Hello. Well, here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Game 4, round 1, between the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. And a little bit nervous about heading into this one. I am not going to lie. The Edmonton Oilers are looking to take a 3-1 series lead. The LA Kings are looking to tie it up apiece at 2 apiece. And like I said, a little bit nervous about heading into this one. Let's talk about the last 2 game 4s that happened between these two teams. So in 2022, the Edmonton Oilers walked into game 4 with a 2-1 series lead. They left game 4 with a 4-0 loss and a 2-2 series tie. And then last year, the LA Kings walked into game 4 with a 2-1 series lead. They walked out of game 4 with a 5-4 overtime loss and a 2-2 series lead. So neither team in the last couple of years has been able to grab that 3-1 series lead. Now, of course, in 2022, the Kings would go on to win game 4 and game 5. Edmonton would win game 6 and game 7 to take the series. Last year, they won game 3, but they did not win game 4, 5, or 6. And Edmonton took the series in 6 games. Both teams are making some lineup changes tonight. In fact, they're only making one lineup change per team. The LA Kings are going with David Riddick in net in place of Cam Talbot. And the Oilers are swapping out Sam Carrick in favor of Derek Ryan on the 4th line. Other than that, the lines and the forward lines and defensive pairings for the LA Kings remain the same. The first 3 forward lines and the defensive pairings and goaltending tandem remain the same for Edmonton. The Oilers also recalled goaltender Jack Campbell and defenseman Philip Broberg from the Bakersfield Condors, who lost to the Ontario Reign in the AHL playoffs. Of course, the Bakersfield Condors are the AHL affiliate of the Edmonton Oilers. The Ontario Reign are the AHL affiliate of the Los Angeles Kings. So the LA Kings, an AHL affiliate, beat the AHL affiliate of the Edmonton Oilers, just like the LA Kings are hoping to beat the Edmonton Oilers. But yeah, let's talk about the decision to start David Riddick. Honestly, I can see why they're doing it. The LA Kings have given up 16 goals in this series. I think if I remember, well, let's see, 7, 5, 18. They've given up 18 goals in this series. 7, 4, 11, 6, 17 goals in this series. My apologies. They have given up 17 goals in this series. Their penalty kill, the LA Kings penalty kill, which was second in the league in the regular season, is clicking at a 50%, and their power play is clicking at a 0%. So they've made the switch in the net to try and hopefully contain Edmonton's offense or try to stop it or slow it down. But the Kings preached. They overhauled their defense this year in an attempt to slow Edmonton's offense, and it just hasn't happened. So we'll see what happens tonight. Yeah, David Riddick, a goaltender with an interesting history against Edmonton. In the first few games he played against the Oilers, he was lights out. He was pretty darn good. And then came an infamous incident with him. So in 2019, pre-COVID 2019, there was a game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames. David Riddick was starting in net for the Flames that game. The game ended up going to a shootout with the score knotted at 3 apiece. David Riddick won the game for the Flames in the shootout without making a single save. Alex, how is that possible? Well, I'll tell you. The Oilers put 3 shooters on David Rittich. I believe the first 2 were Connor and Nuge. The third one was Leon Draisaitl. So the first 2 shooters beat Rittich clean. Shot the puck, beat him clean, but the shots hit the post. The third shooter, Draisaitl, fumbled the puck before he hit the net. So the Oilers get 2 shots in the shootout. Rittich makes 0 saves, but he gets the win. And as a celebratory, how do you do? He flips his stick and does the "Are you not entertained" pose. Oh, and by the way, this game happened in Edmonton. So the Oilers fans weren't happy about that because it was a shootout win in a regular season game that ultimately meant nothing at the end of the year because COVID happened. Well, Rittich's numbers since that game, awful, especially against the Oilers. In fact, he played the next game between the Oilers and the Flames. And like 30 seconds in, Kyler Yamamoto scored. And in his celebration, he did the "Are you not entertained" pose to mock David Rittich. In fact, that was the game that had Mike Smith and Cam Talbot fight each other. And it was an infamous game because I remember it was a Hockey Night in Canada game. And so Rittich got pulled. Smith was the starter for Edmonton. Rittich got pulled because he gave up so many goals in favor of Cam Talbot, who, yeah, by the way, the LA Kings have the Flames goalie tandem from 5 years ago. And that works out so well for the Flames. But it was funny because during the intermission, after that goalie fight, of course, Mike Smith and Cam Talbot are ejected. So you have to go back to the other goalie. So the Oilers went with Mikko Koskinen and the Flames had to go back to David Rittich. And it was funny because Cassie Campbell was at the intermission and she said, "Oh, this is an advantage for Calgary because Rittich has already been playing, whereas Kostinen's coming in cold." And we're all just like, David Rittich got pulled. Like, how is that an advantage for the Flames? So anyway, it's interesting to see what the thing is going to happen tonight, but this really is kind of like a Hail Mary, I guess, by LA, because if they don't win this game, they're not winning the series. If they win this game, they have a chance, but if they don't win this game, they're not winning the series, I don't think. Let's get some score updates for you guys because we have some crazy games going on. So right now, 51 seconds left in the third period. The New York Rangers, they've just scored. It is now a 4-2 lead over the Washington Capitals, and with them already leading the series 3-0, they are going to win this series in a sweep of the Capitals. Couple of other finals for you today. The Colorado Avalanche continue their turnaround against the Winnipeg Jets, beating them 5-1. They now lead the series 3-1. And the Vancouver Canucks were down 3-1 against the Nashville Predators with about 2 minutes left. Brock Besser would score 2 goals in the final 2 minutes to record his first career playoff hat trick. And then Elias Lindholm would win it about 61, 62 seconds into overtime. The Vancouver Canucks are down 3-1. They win it 4-3 in overtime. They now lead their series against the Nashville Predators 3-1. And just a couple more. Well, I guess we can watch the ending of the Rangers Capitals game here for a bit. We're still 10 minutes away from puck drop. So 51 seconds left in the third period. The Rangers are winning it 4-2. But we do have some more series stuff for you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look. So who scored the empty net? Looks like Jack Roslovic got the empty netter. So we have in the Eastern Conference, the Washington Capitals are going to get swept by the New York Rangers. The Florida Panthers lost game 4 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the Panthers lead that series 3-1. In game 4, the New York Islanders got an overtime winner against the Carolina Hurricanes. So that series is 3-1. Yesterday night, the Boston Bruins waltzed into Toronto in Game 4 and beat them 3-1 in probably the worst playoff game the Leafs have played in the Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares era, which is a kind of a bold statement considering they've had such stinkers like Game 5 against the Columbus Blue Jackets in the play-in round, or the Game 7 against the Montreal Canadiens in the 2021 bubble, or 2019 against the Boston Bruins, or 2018 against the Boston Bruins, or even Florida last year. So the Boston Bruins lead that series 3-1. They're probably going to win that series. I don't see them blowing a 3-1 series lead 2 years in a row. And in fact, the Boston Bruins are kind of that team that learned from their mistakes. In 2010, they had a 3-0 series lead against the Philadelphia Flyers. They ended up losing that series in 7 games. So they got reverse swept by the Flyers. The second time in NHL history third time in NHL history that had happened. Well, in 2011, they played the Flyers again, and Boston smoked them. They didn't give up a 3-0 series lead. They didn't have anything happen. They just took care of business. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the New York Rangers are the first team to advance to the playoffs with a first round sweep over the Washington Capitals. Yeah, that wasn't really ever a contest, I don't think. In any case, over in the West, we have the Vegas Golden Knights with a 2-1 series lead over the Dallas Stars. Dallas won in overtime in Game 3 off of Wyatt Johnston's stick. We already talked about Nashville, Colorado, and of course, we have the Edmonton Oilers leading 2-1 over the LA Kings heading into Game 4. If Edmonton wins this game, they probably win that series. If they don't win tonight, I think they still can win it, but LA has a much better chance of doing so. But yeah, so there's that. Let's check the old. So let's get to the lineups for the game. Like I said, we've only had one lineup change for each team, so the liners are going to remain the same. But just in case, Anze Kopitar with Quinton Byfield, Adrian Kempe, Philip Domo with Carmora, Victor Arvidsson, Blake Lizotte with Kevin Fiala and Trevor Lewis, PLD with Carl Grunstrom and Alex Laferriere, Mikey Anderson, Drew Doughty, Vladimir Gavrikov, Matt Roy, Andreas Eglund, and Andrew Spence, David Riddick, Cam Talbot. It's amazing that I'm able to look at a lineup of a team that I don't follow and know the first names of almost every single player on that roster by just seeing the last names, right? And then for the Edmonton Oilers, we have the Edmonton Oilers lineup, like I said, remains the same. Connor McDavid between Adam Henrique and Zach Hyman. Leon Draisaitl between Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Evander Kane. Third line is Ryan McLeod between Warren Fogle and Corey Perry. Fourth line, Derek Ryan between Matthias Janmark and Dylan Holloway. Defensively, Ekholm Bouchard, Nurse CC, Kulak Desharnais, Stuart Skinner is going to start in goal. Last game was pretty good for him, Edmonton. I really thought they kind of walked into LA and they they had a great game in Game 3. They come into LA, they play a simple road game until they get their legs under them, until they find opportunities, and then once they were up 3-0, it was LA didn't have anything really. Game 3 reminded me of Game 1 in that respect, where okay, LA gets a goal, but they really had nothing all game. Edmonton was the much superior team in Game 3s and Game 1. And if Edmonton plays like they did in Game 1 and Game 3, LA has no chance in this series. But if LA plays like they did in Game 2, they have a chance, right? So it's there's a lot of stuff to juggle around, but ultimately the Oilers are in control of their own destiny. Now, that being said, I'm at a crossroad here. I kind of don't want Edmonton to beat LA, because I don't want them to face the Canucks. And because if the Oilers face the Canucks, I don't think they're going to win that series. And for me, I guess the regular season series between these two teams has kind of given me that sort of nervousness, even though the first 3 games of that series happened in the first couple months of the season when Edmonton was absolute garbage. And definitely not like they were playing they are now. And then the last game of the season series happened when the Oilers didn't have Connor McDavid. And even then, they were the better team than the Canucks. It's just the Canucks had a better goalie in Casey DeSmith. So I don't know. On the one hand, I want, like, obviously the adage for, to be the best, you have to beat the best, right? That we know that that's a thing, especially come playoff time. So you can't really pick your battles. You can't really go into it and say, oh, I want to play this team and this team and this team. No, you play who you play. And if you don't beat them, then you're not the best, right? But I don't know. I feel like that matchup is not good. Mind you, I didn't think the matchup against the Calgary Flames in 2022 was any good either, and Edmonton smoked them in 5. So, I mean, it is playoff hockey. Anything can happen, right? And I mean, the Canucks are down to their 3rd string goalie anyway. So if Edmonton gets lucky, well, you know what, I say that, but the Oilers have a tendency and a history to make 3rd string goalies look like Vezina candidates. So maybe they play Shivlos, I don't know his name, or Casey DeSmith against the Oilers, and they'll win that series. Because, I mean, the Colorado Avalanche beat the Oilers with Pavel Francouz in net, and he was the backup to Darcy Kemper, and the Vegas Golden Knights beat Edmonton with Aiden Hill. The Oilers had this great ability to make the starting goalie for the opposition look like crap. Like, they lit up Kemper in Game 1 to the point where the Kings had to, or the Avalanche went to Francouz for the rest of the series, and he won. And even in Vegas, Game 1 and 2, they lit up Laurent Brossoit. They were lighting him up in Game 3 until he gets injured, and then they switched to Aiden Hill, and then Aiden Hill was basically unstoppable for the rest of the series. So, in any case, we have the anthems here. We have a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 young gentlemen performing the Star-Spangled Banner. What are they called? That just says here on the caption screen. What a bad time to go to the washroom. I have to go take a piss, but I can wait till the first commercial break, I think. And Riddick rocking the number 31 for the Edmonton, for the Kings. So here we go. What are they called? The Philharmonic. Okay, cool. All right. So which team is going to come out strong? Are the I expect the Kings to come out rocking here. Okay, so apparently, this is coming from social media. The LA Kings have put a hockey card of an Edmonton Oilers player in every single urinal in crypto.com arena, also known as the Staple, also known formerly as the Staples Center. Which is funny when you consider that one of the cards they put into a urinal was Bill Ranford, who used to play for the LA Kings, I think. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, here we go. So anthems are done. Puck drop is seconds away. Edmonton and LA. Let's get to your starting goalies for the Edmonton Oilers. Zach Hyman is reading some sort of lineup card, I think. Are we going to get to the starting goalies here, boys? And what a really bad time to go to the washroom. I really have to go. Shit. It's not good. Not good at all. All right, David Riddick, regular season record 13-6-3, 2.15 goals against average, 921 save percentage, 3 shutouts. One of those shutouts did come against the Edmonton Oilers. In LA's first game back after the All-Star break, he shut them up 4-0 in a game that, again, Edmonton really didn't have a lot going for them because it was after the All-Star break. But here we go. Connor McDavid against Anze Kopitar. And McDavid's going to win the faceoff. Back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard's going to dump it in. Hyman's going to try and dump it in, but he can't. The Oilers gain the zone. Here goes Drew Doughty behind the Kings net. Drew Doughty, bad pass again from Drew. I was going to say he had a bad pass in game 3 that led to the Oilers' first goal. He actually passed it right to Matthias Ekholm, who then passed it right back to Zach Hyman, and then he took a penalty that led to the Oilers' third goal of the game. But anyway, Kings in the Oilers' zone. Mikey Anderson shot. Saved by Stuart Skinner. Connor McDavid is going to correct the puck, and he's going to send it over to Bouchard. Bouchard is going to get the red line, fake the slapper, and just dump it in, and he's going to go after it, but not very much. Philip Deneau. Over to Trevor Moore. Moore tries to go up to Arvidsson, but it was picked off by Bouchard. He's going to send it back down. Gavrikov, hounded by Draisaitl. Draisaitl back up top. Nurse, shot. Where's the puck? Behind the net. Draisaitl in a battle with Gavrikov. Sends it back to Cody Ceci. Cody Ceci over to Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse down low for Draisaitl. Over to Evander Kane. Kane had a Gordie Howe hat trick in game 3, his best game in an Oilers uniform in quite some time, which makes sense when you remember that he was fighting a sports hernia for a good chunk of the season. But anyway, here comes Arvidsson. Spin move on Nurse, but he has no support, so he just sends it to a corner. The Oilers are going to clear it out, and unfortunately, that's going to be an icing call against the Oilers. And we have our first stoppage of play, only a handful of minutes into the first period. And I forgot to switch on my Radio Player Canada app. All right, Kings. Shot. Saved by Skinner. Back to the point. Matt Roy. Sent it down low for Darnell Nurse. Or, sorry, Nurse was behind the net. He didn't send it down low for Nurse. Nurse happened to be there. Fiala tries to pass it back to Gavrikov. Gavrikov shot. Blocker saved by Stuart Skinner. Kings cleep the zone, though. Oh, boy. Shot missed the net. Gavrikov. All right, LA has 3 shots already. You knew they were going to come out hard in this game, but the Edmonton Oilers weathered the storm and they sent it down. This will not be icing. Matt Roy is going to pick it up. 17:44 left in the first period. Shots are 3-0 in favor of the Kings. Like I said, you knew this was going to come out. Oh, boy. Gavrikov can't clear it out. Corey Perry, shot. Where's the net? Puck, just hops over the net. He tried the drag move. Rittich didn't fall for it. And Corey Perry has a great opportunity for Edmonton to get on the board early. Kings can't clear the zone, though. Ryan McLeod. Spin move. Back to Kulak. Over to Desharnais. Desharnais shot. Tries to take the shot, but it's blocked by Laferriere. Or is that Grunstrom? Sorry, my apologies. Grunstrom. And he forces Desharnais all the way back. Puck is booted ahead. Here comes Kopitar. Winds, fires, missed the net. Puck cleared out by the Edmonton Oilers and deflected. Gavrikov with the bad pass picked off by McLeod finds Corey Perry. Corey Perry did try to drag it around. That was actually a smart play by Corey Perry. He was disrupted enough by Matt Roy to not be able to get the shot off. And then Desharnais takes a hit from Grundstrom. But to no avail. He is a pretty... Vincent Desharnais is a pretty big guy. I think he's like over 6 feet tall. McDavid with speed, 2-on-2 with Hyman. McDavid and offside. 16:41. Big save, Dave. Oh, Will Ferrell's in the crowd. Keys to success, Edmonton, keep the pedal to the metal. LA, big save, Dave. That's your keys to success for LA. That's not a very good keys to success. Maybe work on your penalty kill and make sure your power play scores a damn goal. That might be helpful. All right. Puck in the King zone. Kopitar's going to pick it up. Sends it over to Drew Doughty. Doughty waits. Kopitar over to a guy. Kopitar behind the net. Disrupted by Bouchard. It was well played by Evan Bouchard. Here goes Connor McDavid. McDavid speeding. Tries the inside pass. Doughty's got that puck handled. But he can't clear it up. Bouchard. Henrique tries a whack at it. Hyman at the blue line. Bouchard sends the puck in down deep. Derek Ryan takes his first shift of the game. Shot! And saved by David Riddick. That was well played. Derek Ryan wins a puck battle in the corner, sent it back to, I'm assuming that was Ekholm at the point. I didn't see who that number came off. That shot was way too fast. They didn't focus on that number. It was Dylan Holloway with the shot, I'm guessing, because they cut to him on the bench. And Draisaitl gets tossed out of the face-off circle. What else is new? All right, Nuge against Danault. And Nuge wins the face-off. Draisaitl. His stick was disrupted by Gavrikov. That was well defended by Gavrikov. He did try to... Oh. And puck's going to roll in on Stuart Skinner. Draisaitl did try to skate it back to the point, but he was disrupted by a LA Kings stick, which forced the play the other way. It was actually well defended by Nurse. He sticks to the side of the net. He gets his stick on the puck, like he waves at it with his stick, slows it down just enough for Stuart Skinner to cover it. So face off to Skinner's left. And Oilers win the face off, and here goes Nugent Hopkins. Avoids a check from Matt Roy. Kings send it down. Darnell Nurse is going to go back to collect. Sends it over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Kane. Kane. Pass to Nuge. Off of Nuge's stick, who kind of deflected it in, but that's okay. Draisaitl. Over to Nurse. Nurse tries to find Nuge. Missed it on the first attempt, but he gets it on the second. And here come the Oilers. 3-on-2. Draisaitl. Kane. Shot. Saved by Riddick. Draisaitl in the corner. Draisaitl working it behind the net. Comes out in front. Desharnais finds Draisaitl. Draisaitl working on his back end. Tries to find Cody Ceci, and he does. Ceci with the shot, but it's going to be blocked in front. Kings get the puck out. And they send it down in the Oilers zone. 14:30 left in the first period now. Shots are 4-3 in favor of the Kings. Stuart's going to stop behind the net. Brett Kulak. Oh, that's a dangerous play, but he didn't really have much of a choice. He had two LA Kings on him. He had no more choice but to skate up the middle. Forces a turnover, and the Kings manage to keep it in the Oilers zone ever briefly. Dylan Holloway against Andrew Spence. Takes him in the boards. Derek Ryan goes in for support. LA passes it off. Can't get it to the Kings player. Desharnais is going to take over, send it down low. But Matthias Janmark can't win the battle. Here goes Kevin Fiala. He's going to protect, send it back to England. Sends it down low for a guy. Shot by Fiala, deflected out of play. We get our first commercial break. And I'm going to go to the washroom because Lord knows I've had to go since puck drop. I'll be right back. All right, we are back, and so is the game. The Kings just had a shot on net. Kopitar comes in on the right-hand side, drops it off for Mikey Anderson. Mikey Anderson sends it down low for Adrian Kempe. Byfield with a shot, saved by Stuart Skinner. Kane's going to pick, or sorry, that's Henrique. Picks up the puck, sends it in. Nope, doesn't get it into the Kings zone. It's stopped at the blue line. Byfield. Kopitar. Shot. Blocker save by Stuart Skinner. Henrique. Behind the net to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm. For Connor. Connor with the spin move. Drops it off for Bouchard. Bouchard. Drops it off for Henrique. Ekholm. Connor McDavid gets dumped. No penalty on the play. Nuge. Over to Hyman. Hyman tries to get, almost gets hit by Gavrikov, but he managed to kind of throw a bit of a reverse hit. Nurse. Cross ice into the Kings zone. Gavrikov behind the Kings net. Back pass to Danault. Danault over to Arvidsson. No, that's not Arvidsson. Shot. Oh, big save by Stuart Skinner off of that shot. I don't know if it deflected off an Oilers player, but Skinner with the reactionary save. Draisaitl or Kane gets past Gavrikov. Kane, shot. Where's the puck? Oh, man. Draisaitl put it just wide. Gavrikov tried the hip check on Evander Kane. Didn't get anywhere near Kane, and Kane was able to get past him for a great chance. Kings dump it in. Draisaitl up top for Nuge. For Kane, my apologies. Kane gets it out. Kings drop it. Shot. Saved by Stuart Skinner. 9-3. Kings are shooting the Oilers 3-1 here. You knew this was going to happen. I really think LA is going to get the first goal here. Holloway. Oh, almost stripped the puck off of a Kings player for a good chance, but the Kings had defensive support. Derek Ryan behind the net. Holloway. Desharnais. Puck battle. Kings come up with it. Kevin Fiala. Oh, tried to drop pass, but it didn't work. Deflected in. Matthias Janmark's going to go after. Takes a hit. Derek Ryan. Brett Kulak. Takes a hit. Makes a pass. Desharnais. Fogle. Perry. Over to McLeod. Ryan McLeod. Can't get that puck. Perry with a hit. McLeod. Can't get the puck. Fogle. Scrum along not a scrum, it's a battle along the penalty box. LaFerriere. Can't get it past Bouchard. Ekholm. McLeod gets hit by Anderson. Kopitar winds it up in his own zone. Crosses the red line. Henrique goes in the corner, takes a hit. Ekholm behind the net. Kopitar wins that battle, though. Byfield drops it for Kopitar. Kopitar around for Gavrikov. Gavrikov sends it behind the net. Bouchard is there with support. Sends it over to Henrique. Henrique breakout. Here goes Connor. Connor attacks with speed. Ridden off the play by Adrian Kempe. That was well defended by Kempe. I'm not going to lie. That was well defended by Kempe. He cut off Connor's route with his stick and then closed in on the body. But McDavid has it in his zone. Sends it over to CC. CC spins away. Hands it to Connor. Here goes Connor again. Connor in charge. Matt Roy sends it up to Arvidsson. Here goes Arvidsson. Dumps it in. Trevor Moore against Darnell Nurse. Nurse and Nuge against Arvidsson and Trevor Moore. Kings win that puck battle. Anderson down low. Oh, two Kings players just ran into each other. Draisaitl with speed. Here comes Draisaitl. Shot. Saved by David Riddick. And Draisaitl is hauled down behind the net. No penalty on the play. Refs are letting them play in this one. Gavrikov. Back to Anderson. Anderson over to Doughty. Drew Doughty hounded by Draisaitl. He gets away. Crosses the line. Oilers. I'll say this. even though the LA Kings are out shooting Edmonton 9-4, I would say they've only had maybe like 1 or 2 dangerous chances. The Oilers have defended pretty well here for the most part. And as I say that, they're probably going to score right here. Trevor Lewis drops it for Laferriere. What up, Mac? Blinds, fires. Skinner with the save. Where's the puck? He's got it. He's got it. You ain't doing that. 6:50 left in the first period. Like, I'll say this, and part of the reason why the Oilers are defending so well, I feel like, is because, yeah, it's possible. They've definitely been the better team so far early on, but that was to be expected. Edmonton just needs to weather the storm. But I was saying a few minutes ago that the Oilers, I feel like the Oilers have been defended so well, and I say that because they showed two shifts where the Kings shot the puck. Stuart Skinner puts it into an area with the pad, and there's an Oiler right there to collect it. So well, the good news for Edmonton is they're not down 3-0 like they were in last year, game 4. I think at this point, LA had at least 2 goals on the board. So Edmonton's been better on that respect. But yeah, they've been there. And Hyman, stutter step against Mike Anderson. Hyman shoots. Saved by David Riddick. McDavid. Back up top. Where's the puck? David over to Bouchard. Bouchard sends it into the corner. Hyman. He gets dumped by Drew Doughty, and the Kings fans like that. Kempe. Shot. Blocked in front. Doughty. Anderson. Kopitar. Over to Kempe. Kopitar. Anderson. Doughty. Doughty looking, waiting. Pierre-Luc Dubois with a shot blocked in front. Doughty. And the pass goes outside the Oilers zone. Laferriere to Gavrikov. Back to Laferriere. Laferriere is going to wind it in, dump it in. Dubois. Well, we got a penalty. I see a shot saved by Skinner. Dubois up top. Shot. Blocker saved by Stuart Skinner. Grunstrom tries to send it out in front. Oilers are there. Fogle. And he's going to dump it out, and that's going to be an icing call against the Oilers. Fogle gains the red line, dumps it in. Doughty behind the Kings net. Shots are 10-3 in favor of LA, but they still have yet to put a goal on the board, which is, I guess, a good thing for Edmonton. Oh, Draisaitl, potential breakaway. Draisaitl shot saved by David Riddick. Nice pad save by David Riddick. Nugent Hopkins. Desharnais, shot. Puck goes behind the net. Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking, waiting. Tries a backhand pass in front. Nuge is there. Nuge behind the net. Gets stapled by Deneau. Nuge back up top for Desharnais. Desharnais over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl winds, fires. Puck in the corner. Kane. Back to Henry. Draisaitl, my apologies. Back to Draisaitl. Why is Draisaitl at the point? Kane sends it down low for Nuge. Nuge. Outman muscles his guy. Deneau, but the Kings have support and they're going to skate it out. Oh, they thought they were going to skate it out. They missed. Okay, now they're going to get it out. England. Over to Doughty. Drew Doughty. Up to a guy. Over to a guy. Puck missed. Here goes Connor. Connor winding it up. Connor. Behind the net. Up top. Shot. Where's the puck? In the corner. Janmark, Holloway, and McDavid is a line right now. I guess they're going to double shift with McDavid. Here goes Lewis against Ekholm. Ekholm's going to ride him into the boards. Scrum in the corner. The Oilers come up with it. McDavid over to Bouchard. Bouchard. Drop pass for Connor. Here goes Connor. Tried to stop up and try a little move, but he got stood up by a Kings defenseman or a forward. I don't know who that was. Kopitar over to a guy. Puck deflected. Nurse. Boards and out. Roy. Anderson. Sends it in. Puck deflected. No icing. Nurse. Drop pass for CC. CC over to Perry. Perry to McLeod. Finds Fogle. Fogle with the spin move. It sends it over to an open wing. No Oilers were there to connect, but Byfield accidentally sends it back into the Kings zone. The Kings are on the reset. Mikey Anderson stops up, dumps it in. Bouchard takes a hit, makes the pass. Hyman skates it into the Kings zone. Whoops. Hyman behind the net. Stood up by Mikey Anderson. Here goes Anderson. Shot. Puck deflected out of play. 1:50 left in the first period. Score remains 0-0. I'll say this. Despite the fact that the Kings have been the better team in this first period by far, it's already off to a better start than it was last year. By this point last year, Edmonton was already down 3-0, and they had to claw back in the second period to tie it up. So, but yeah, the Kings have been the better team by a country mile. They're hitting, they're physical, they're defending well. Edmonton just needs to continue to weather the storm here. I feel like if Edmonton can get out of this period in a 0-0 tie or up 1-0, I think they have a chance to win this game. Gavrikov sends it down low. Kopitar behind the net for Adrian Kempe. Kempe over to Gavrikov. Shot blocked in front. Byfield behind the net. Sends it to an open wing. It's going to get taken there by an Oiler. Nugent Hopkins. He doesn't get it out of the zone, though. Kopitar spins back to the point. Shot. And Skinner has that. Right through traffic. He's got it. All right. Danault gets waved out of the faceoff circle, so it's McDavid versus Arvidsson, and McDavid wins it clean. Ekholm sends it out. King send it right back in. Bouchard tries to find McDavid at center ice. Puck eludes Connor, and it's picked up by Danault. Doughty, drop pass for Danault. Danault is going to wind it up, skate through center. Avoids one guy. Slips through another. Trevor Moore in the corner. Hounded by McDavid or a guy. Arvidsson fakes the shot. Then winds it up right into the trapper of Stuart Skinner. 51 seconds left in the first period. Oilers win the faceoff. Evander Kane's going to skate that puck out. Passes it to McDavid. McDavid sends it in. Kane. So McDavid, Draisaitl, and Kane end the first period here. Desharnais, hounded by Moore. These long reach sends it over. Nice defensive play by Draisaitl. That he picked off a pass that would have sent the Kings player in all alone. Kulak, shot. Where's the puck? Blocked in front. McDavid passes it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Down low for Connor. Connor comes out in front. Finds Draisaitl. Oh, he mishandled the puck. Or no, sorry, that was Kulak. Kulak. 8 seconds left. The Oilers need to get one here. Draisaitl. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is going to do it for the first period. The Edmonton Oilers get out of it tied at zeros. So after a first period that really saw the Kings come out and dictate the pace of play, the Edmonton Oilers managed to get out of it with a 0-0 tie. So, overall, I mean, we knew this was going to happen. I see a lot of people on social media saying the Oilers haven't matched the Kings' intensity and they're getting run out of the building, but like we knew this was going to happen. So, I think Edmonton's lucky to be out of that period at a tie, which is good. And it gives them a chance to reset. So I think the message in that locker room during intermission is going to be like, guys, we knew this was going to happen. We weathered that storm. We're in a 0-0 tie. Let's go out in the second period and let's take control of this game. Let's go get that first goal. Let's put them on our terms. So yeah, That's the end of the first period. So I will see you guys in 15 minutes when the second period starts. Until then, go do something else for 15 minutes because I'm probably gonna go grab a bite to eat quickly and we'll see what happens. So see you guys in 15 minutes. All right. We are back. Second period is about to get underway here. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, at the end of the first period, the Oilers are probably a little bit lucky to get out of that period with the 0-0 tie. But now they need to come out here and dictate the pace. So we let the Kings have their fun. We let them kind of come out and expend all that energy. Now Edmonton needs to match it and get above it and score the first goal. I feel like if LA gets the first one here, they're going to win this game. So Edmonton needs to get the first goal here as the LA Kings win the opening or the second period faceoff. Ekholm, pressure from Kempe, but support from McDavid. And he's going to get it out. Doughty. So the final shots in that first period were 10-4 in favor of the Kings. Bouchard behind the Oilers net, pressured by a forechecker, but that's going to get dumped to the LA Kings zone, and it's going to be icing on the Oilers. I'll say this, and I said it before. Even though the LA Kings were the better team in that first period, it really didn't feel like they had much of a threat in their attack. They had a couple of good plays, but the Oilers' defense was there to clean up any problems that they might have had, and anything they couldn't clean up, Skinner had. So it really does feel like, even though the Kings outshot the Oilers, they didn't have a lot of dangerous chances. But, this is the playoffs, and you don't really need a lot to get a momentum here. So Trevor Moore sends it across to Gavrikov, but Gavrikov lost his footing. If not, that might have been a backdoor tap-in for Gavrikov. Shot from Matt Roy, deflected in front, saved by Stuart Skinner. Edmonton can't clear the zone here. Now they do. Henrique. Reverse hit on Gavrikov. Matt Roy is going to dump it in. Bouchard's going to go to collect it. LA Kings doing a good job of having Edmonton in here. Henrique. Stretch pass, deflected, so it's not going to be icing. David Riddick is going to send it behind the net. But 100%, Edmonton needs to get more shots here. Oh, boy. Stretch pass, and the LA Kings beat out the icing call. England sends it over to Nurse. No power plays, no penalties for either team yet. So England can't hold the zone. Draisaitl is going to grab it. Fiala is going to take it from him, though. And England's going to wind it up in his own zone. Fiala loses the handle against Ceci. But Fiala's got it. Sends it over to Lizotte. Nurse pokes the puck out. Ryan McLeod's got it. Stop. Goes into the corner. Kicks it, but it's going to be stopped by Anderson. Fogle. Two Kings collide behind the net. That's going to be good for Edmonton. It's a 4-on-3 rush here. Fogle, shot. Saved by David Rick, and he's going to crowd that puck. All right. Holloway loses the faceoff to Dubois. The Kings get it out. Laferriere gets stopped up by Desharnais. Holloway. First hit on Doughty. Derek Ryan. Over to Desharnais. Desharnais. Shot. That's blocked and deflected out of play. Ugh. Why would you drink beer from a catfish? Yeah. All right. Well, shots are 10-5 now. So LA doesn't have a shot on net. Edmonton's got one. McDavid wins the faceoff, but Kopitar's going to grab it here. Kopitar sends it across to Kempe, but he can't get it past Ekholm. Oh, Connor might have a 2-on-1 here. Connor tries to send it out in front to Hyman. Deflected away. That was well defended by the Kings there. Kempe in his own zone is going to wind it up. Kempe shot. And that's going to be saved by Stuart Skinner. Yeah, it's going to be a rough night for me. All right, face off to the right of Skinner. Oilers win the face off. And what do we got? A bad draw. Okay. So they're going to do it again. Draisaitl against Trevor Moore. Trevor Moore is going to win the face-off. Doughty over to Anderson. Anderson shot. Skinner with the save. Into the corner. Kings try to send it back, but it's going to get sent down in the Kings zone. Draisaitl on the forecheck. Or sorry, no, that's Kane. My apologies. And the Kings can't get the puck past Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to CC. Over to Nurse. CC. Tries to send it across to Nuge. Puck is deflected. Deneau's got the puck. Doughty. Across to Anderson. Doughty takes a hit from Kane. Kings dumped the puck into the Oilers zone. It was deflected, so no icing. Skinner's going to leave it behind the net. Nurse finds an Oilers player, but is dumped into the Kings zone, and Jordan Spence has got it. Sends it over to Lewis. Lewis sends it on Skinner, who's just going to cover it. Doughty looks a little bit weathered after that hit from Kane. Let's see here. Oh, Doughty did try to get out of the way. Oh, Kane is lucky he didn't get called for a knee-on-knee there. He's lucky he didn't get called for a knee-on-knee. That was Doughty went to avoid the hit, and their knees hit. But I'm surprised Kane didn't get a knee-on-knee penalty there. All right, puck back in the King zone. England sends it around. Perry. Fogle tries a shot block in front. Perry around the other side to Kulak. Kulak over to Desharnais. Desharnais. Shot blocked in front by the Kings. Here goes Lizotte. Blake Lizotte. And that's going to be offside on the LA Kings. Yeah, Doughty's taking a lot of punishment in this series. Oh boy. I feel like this is going to be like a 1-0 overtime game with the way things are going, because Edmonton's not getting shots. LA's not getting shots. It's a very defensive game. CC dumps the puck in. Bridge is going to come out, try to play it. Good keep. Shot. Oh, McDavid around. Shot from CC. Blocked in front. Kempe. Over to Byfield. Shot. Blocker saved by Stuart Skinner. He's going to deflect that out of play. All right, Oilers win the faceoff, and they dump it out. Kane. Nuge is going to go in on Doughty on the forecheck, lays a hit. Kane wins the puck battle against Arvidsson. Nuge. But the Oilers still keep the puck in. Nuge down low for Kane. Evander Kane behind the net. Sends it across. Kings intercept the puck, though. There was no one home. Draisaitl tries to send it down low to King, but it's nice defensive play by Nurse there. That was a potential breakaway waiting to happen. Leon Draisaitl stops up. Spins off Mikey Anderson. Draisaitl. Trevor Moore. Over to Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson comes in. Shot wide of the net. CC. Yeah, this is definitely one of those games that Edmonton's going to have to be patient in, I think. Wait for your opportunities. Kevin Fiala. Spence. Spins away. Sends it out in front, but the Oilers are there with support. Nuge. Nearly bobbles it. Derek Ryan. Desharnais pinching. Sends it down low for Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan against Fiala. Gets checked. Janmark. Takes a hit. Makes a hit. What do we got? We got a power play coming here? Maybe, potentially? No. Now, the refs are not calling anything right now, it seems. Kulak. Desharnais. Janmark. Dumps the puck in. Riddick. Holloway takes a hit from Pierre-Luc Dubois. Adrian Kempe with a change of pace. Shot. Puck rocketed out of play. And we're going to get our first commercial break. Yep, this is definitely like one of those games that Edmonton was playing during their 16-game winning streak. Yeah, this absolutely feels like one of those games that Edmonton had to play during their 16-game winning streak. Just, wait for their opportunity and then strike when the opportunity suits them. It's definitely feeling one of those games. We just have to hope that Edmonton can keep themselves composed and maintained and ready to go at a moment's notice here. So. All right, face off to the left of Stuart Skinner. And Matt Roy is going to send it down low for Kopitar. Kopitar is going to take the shot. He's going to miss the net. Dylan Holloway. No, sorry, that's Evander Kane. Has got a shot here. Kane drops it for Nuge. Nuge poked off his stick. And here come the Kings. Adrian Kempe. He's going to dump it in. Skinner behind the net. Sends it to the corner. Intercepted by Kopitar. Kopitar sends it on net. Saved by Stuart Skinner. The Oilers are going to clear it out, and that's going to be an icing call against the Oilers. Never mind. It's not Gavrikov. I thought that was going to be icing against Edmonton. It is not. Lewis can't get the puck past Desharnais. Desharnais going at it with two Kings. Fogle sends it out down to the King zone. I mean, I'm talking about how Edmonton's been good defensively. They need to get the offense going. And they've been playing well defensively, don't get me wrong. But 5 shots is not going to win you a game. So the Oilers need to get one here. McLeod's going to dump it in. Now, that being said, it's not like the Kings have been lighting it up offensively. It's still a 0-0 game. And hold on. Bouchard winds, fires. Blocked in front. Ekholm winds, fires. And Riddick has got that. Why is this man still? Oh, you know what? I don't. Shot from the point. Puck goes up. It's loose in the slot. The Kings are going to come away with it. Shot. And Riddick has got that. Okay, so Edmonton's generated 3 shots here in the last couple minutes. So this is good for them. So they were down 12-5. They're now down 12-8. Looks like Riddick needs a new stick. So he's going to get one from Drew Doughty. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. This has all the makings of a 1-0, 2-1 game. All right, here we go. Adrian Kempe crosses the blue line. Shot, and his stick explodes. And the Oilers are asking for a penalty because he was playing with a broken stick. And then an Oiler gets dumped at center. They're not calling anything tonight. I don't know what this is. I feel like they don't want to call anything to influence the game. Kopitar tries to get through 2 Oilers, but he doesn't. Here goes Connor McDavid. Connor, chip in charge. Hyman's going to go in after it. Hyman doesn't get the hit on Doughty. Kopitar, drop pass for Anderson. Shot by Skinner. Save. Or shot by Mikey Anderson. Skinner with the save, and then he gets the rebound. And I think we're going to go to our commercial break here. That was well played. Mikey Anderson with a shot. Can we have something happen, please? like actually. I'd have a better time watching paint dry. They're showing highlights of the Kings' defensive work on McDavid right now. And I mean, credit to both teams. They've been pretty well defensively. So Adam Henrique has apparently gone down to the Oilers locker room, took a hit and has been feeling some discomfort in his arm. So as the Kings take a shot up high on Skinner, he's going to make the save with the shoulder. Kevin Fiala shot, missed the net. Nurse shot, saved by Riddick. Oh, we got a penalty here. Do we have a penalty? Orange, that is a great line. I like that. And yes, 100%. That is what's happening right now. Rodolfo, cheers, man. And hey, thanks for tuning in. And I think we got our first penalty of the game. Andreas Englund is getting called for holding. So the Edmonton Oilers go on the power play. They are 7 for 14 in the series. They have a shot to take the lead here. They cannot waste this opportunity. Nuge, Draisaitl, Hyman, McDavid, Bouchard. Draisaitl versus Kopitar. Draisaitl's going to win the faceoff. McDavid, back to Bouchard. Bouchard, over to McDavid. McDavid, back to Bouchard. Wines, he's whiffed on that shot big time. Bouchard, over to McDavid. McDavid. Bouchard, Wines, fires, blocked in front. Kings are going to clear it up. 30 seconds gone on the power play. McDavid flies in, sends it around the net. Draisaitl's right there. Over to Hyman. Back to Nuge. Bouchard. Draisaitl. McDavid. Looking. Hops over Draisaitl's stick. Nuge. Or McDavid. Cuts across. Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard. Scores! Evan Bouchard with the shot. What a shot. Yes. Yes. Top of the right circle, surveys. McDavid coming off the goal line. Cuts to the middle. Watched by Moore. Now back to Draisaitl beneath the goal line. Angled off the boards to McDavid, right point. Halfway through the power play. McDavid cuts left. Swooping, ditching. Draisaitl one-timer. Bouchard scores. And it's 1-0 Edmonton. So Edmonton weathers the storm in the first period. They get out of that period tied at zeros. They get a power play, and they do not waste that opportunity. And they get the lead. And now LA has to play a different style of game to try and get some offense going here. They've been the better team, but this is one of those games. And I said it early on. This absolutely feels like one of those games where the Edmonton Oilers are going to have to play a calm, patient game, wait for their opportunities, and then capitalize it. We saw it many times during the 16-game winning streak. They would go into the third period 1-1, 1-0, 2-0, or anything like that, and they would win those games 2-1, 3-2, 3-0, or 4-0. They had 15 straight games allowing 2 goals or less during that 16-game winning streak. And here they are playing with the league as The puck is in the Kings zone. The Oilers have a shot, but they can't get the puck past traffic. Nurse. Pressured by Pierre-Luc Dubois. Shot by Laferriere up high on Skinner. I think he either missed the net or Skinner made the save. Doughty. So, and this is the game that Edmonton's playing. And this is the game that Edmonton needs to win in the playoffs. The question is, can they lock this down? Can they play well enough to lock this down? I said it. This game has all the makings of a 1-0 or 2-1 game. Where's the puck? Behind the net. Oh, God. Holy crap. Was that Nuge with the block? The LA Kings had a wide open net, and they somehow missed the shot. Kane! Oh, he's not going to get past the Kings defense. Absolute bananas in the Oilers zone right now as the Kings are pushing for offense. Danault drops it from Fiala. Shot blocked and rocketed out of play. Let's see that last chance by the Kings, because they had a flurry of chances there and somehow did not score. What happened here? Arvidsson with the wraparound attempt. It's shot again, blocked in front. Danault behind the net, sending it out up front. I think he just missed it. Matt Roy just missed. He just missed it. He sent it wide. Hyman. So Henrique is back on the ice now. Tried to chip it past Mikey Anderson. He knocked it down with a high stick. Bouchard winds, fires, dumps it in. 17-9 are the shots in favor of the Canucks, or not the Canucks, the Kings, but the Edmonton Oilers have the 1-0 lead. Kempe can't get past McDavid. The Kings working it hard. Oh, God, where's the puck? Puck was sent on in front. Skinner was there behind the net. Shot. Doughty tries the shot, can't get the shot, sends it out in front. Oilers clogging up the net. And the puck is dumped in, and the Kings have to go back onside. Ekholm behind the Oilers net with 5:35 left in the period. Oilers dump it in, send it around. Jordan Spence tries to send it back to Lewis, but there was a Derek Ryan with the disruptive. The Kings have it. Spence. I mean, the Oilers are playing just, oh boy, I'm getting excited now, and I don't want to get excited, but the Oilers' defensive game right now is the best I've seen it in their playoffs ever. They are clogging up the neutral zone. They are not allowing the Kings easy entry, and when they do, they are doing well to get the shots in the stick lanes, or put their bodies in shot lanes and defend well. And anytime Skinner gives up a rebound, and Oilers there to clear it. Spence. Lizotte. Back to Spence. Winds. Fires. Where's the puck? Puck is in the corner. Shot across the crease. Spence breaks his stick of... Oh, I thought it was his stick who broke. It was actually Ryan McLeod's stick as he blocked that shot. Again, Kings get in. There's like a couple of Oilers on them. Janmark attempted to go over a breakaway there, but he was disrupted. Dubois back for Roy. Roy sends it down, and that's going to be icing against the Kings. And this is the problem with the Kings system. When the game is tied, they can play the 1-3-1. When the game is tied or the Kings are leading, they can play that 1-3-1. They can play that game that allows them to lock it down and clog things up. And we saw that the entire time during this game. But when they're behind, they have to open it up. They have to push for offense. And Edmonton's starting to get a few more chances here. Now, granted, the shots are still 2-1 in favor of the Kings. They have 19 shots to Edmonton's 8. They have 18 shots to Edmonton's 9 as Edmonton actually puts their 10th shot on net. But the Edmonton Oilers, they weathered the storm in the first period. They've played well defensively. They've hung it around. They've continued to play in a system that allows them to stay in this game, and they get one opportunity to capitalize on it. So, yeah. As we have another commercial break for Nova Scotia this time. But yeah, this is the kind of game that I saw Edmonton play during a 16-game winning streak. Outside of the game against the Rangers, except outside of a game against the Rangers, and no, sorry, it was 14 games that they allowed 1 goal or 2 goals or less, because they allowed. No, they allowed 3 against the Devils, and they allowed 3 against the Rangers. But yeah, they're showing all the 8 goals that Edmonton has scored on the power play. The Oilers are now 8 for 15 on the power play in this series. LA Kings, they cannot stop the Oilers' power play. They cannot do it. And it's kind of funny. It really seems like this team, it's like they get it. I was saying game 1 felt different. And it felt like a statement game from Edmonton, saying we're no longer here for the fun of it. We're not here for the experience. We're here to win the damn thing. As Adam Henrique skates the puck into the Oilers zone, Hyman tries to get it in, but he can't. McDavid and Bouchard dumps it in. But it really feels like Edmonton is doing a lot of things differently this year to prove that they are trying to win. Like, I complained that they mailed in their last 2 games of the year after they got McDavid 100 assists. I thought that was a bad decision, considering that I feel like those games you need to show up, you need to compete, you need to prepare for playoffs. And so far, that decision is kind of sort of wearing off. They're just kind of mailed it in, didn't push anything, didn't try and force anything to get themselves injured. They're all playing relatively healthy right now. And even the power play, which at times, especially late during the season, was not scoring when it needed to, or we would see them get power play opportunities just thought that went in. I thought that went in. Shot from the point just went wide. May have been deflected in front. As the Kings continue to push back here, Fiala sends it into the corner for Mikey Anderson. Arvidsson for Danault. Danault sends it out in front. Well, tries a wraparound, but Skinner is there. Shot blocked in front. Oilers doing, again, like I said, Oilers doing a very good job on the defensive side of the game right now. They're getting in shot lanes. They're blocking shots. They're clearing out people in front of the net. Yeah, they're getting outshot, but this kind of happened during the 16-game winning streak as well. They would get outshot and just play this defensive system that worked and capitalize on their opportunities. As the Kings take another shot, Lewis to Lizotte, Blake Lizotte across to Laferriere back to the point, but it's bobbled at the puck by Englund, and he has to retreat. Jordan Spence over to Lewis back to Spence. Shot. Where's the puck? Deflected into the corner. Now, that being said, I don't like the fact that LA is getting so much zone time here. This is not good for Edmonton. You would like Edmonton to have a bit more offensive zone time, and it feels really just like Edmonton's more than happy to sit back and not do much, but this is not good for Edmonton. I know how this goes. As we have 1:23 left, the puck is deflected by Dylan Holloway into the King zone. Andreas Englund behind his net, pressured by Holloway, forces him into a turnover, and the Kings get the puck out. Bouchard off the boards and out. Kicked by McLeod out in front, trying to find a player, but he had his stick tied up and he couldn't get the deflection. Kings, minute left in the second period. Oilers up 1-0. Shots are 20-10 in favor of the Kings. As the Oilers backhand that puck out, Hyman gains the zone. McDavid, keep it in, Hyman. No, that puck came out. Bouchard winds, fires, dumps it in. Kempe. Now Doughty. Back to Kempe. Hops over a stick. Pressured by Derek Ryan in the neutral zone. Anderson. 20 seconds left. Doughty. Red line. But the Kings can't get it past into the Oilers, deep into the Oilers zone. 11 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, never mind. Icing on Edmonton with 2.3 left. And the second period comes to an end. So, Evan Bouchard with the second period comes to a close. The Edmonton Oilers weathered the storm both times because the LA Kings still continue to put pressure on Edmonton. They still continue to do well. But a power play goal by Evan Bouchard right now is the difference from a 3-1 series lead for the Oilers and a 2-2 series tie. Third period coming up in about 15 minutes. I'm going to take my break. I'll be back for the third period. Hopefully the message in the locker room is, guys, we need to continue to get more offense. We are not comfortable with a 1-goal lead. We need to extend it to 2 or 3. So we'll see what happens. But until then, I will see you guys at the beginning of the third period. All right, we are back. Yeah, second or third period is about to get underway here. The Oilers still hold their 1-0 lead, and I'm expecting. We know LA is going to push back because they've been pushing back all game. We know LA is going to come out flying and dominate the period because they've been doing that for the first two. So I don't expect LA to change anything. If anything, for them, the message in the locker room is like, just keep doing what we're doing, and eventually the puck's going to go in. But that being said, from Edmonton's side, I continue to expect. I expect to see continued defensive play that they've been playing all game. And you know what? I've been saying this all game, and I'm going to continue hammering this point home. This absolutely feels like one of those games that Edmonton had during their 16-game winning streak, where, for the most part, they played a solid, calm, patient game in periods 1 and 2, and then in period 3, they ratcheted it up. They limited the opposition to 2 goals or less, and they played the kind of game that wins you games in the playoffs. They played the kind of game that Edmonton is playing right now, and it's a playoff game, and they need to continue to play the way they're playing in order to win this game. Now, that being said, I would like a little bit more offense from this team. They are being outshot like crazy. They are being outshot by, I think, a 2-to-1 ratio. So an insurance goal would be nice. But they just need to, an insurance goal would be nice from this group. So. All right, face off. McDavid versus Kopitar. And Connor wins it. Connor. Now, the thing is as well, Edmonton needs to play another thing Edmonton needs to do is they need to continue to play clean hockey. They got their penalty, they got their power play. LA is going to get the next power play guaranteed. Now, I'm not saying LA is going to score on it. Their power play is 0 for 10. So the odds of them scoring on it are low. But in a game like this, they only need one. They only need one. If they can score early and get momentum back in the building, they might be able to run away with this. So Edmonton needs to play solid. They can't afford to take any penalties, as Draisaitl almost strips the puck off of the Kings in the neutral zone. Doughty back to Anderson behind the Kings net. Anderson hounded by Kane. Kane nearly with the strip. Deneau sends it into the corner. Nurse chops it off the boards. Draisaitl, calm and patient. Kane can't get it past the defense. Kings dump it in. Deneau gets some space, but he can't get the puck past Vincent Desharnais. Again, well defended by Edmonton. Vogel gets the puck out. Deneau. Fiala. Back to Roy. Fiala. Roy. Gavrikov. Gavrikov up to Lizotte. Can't get the puck into the Oilers zone. Lizotte again. Sends it down into the Oilers zone. Stinner behind the net. Passes it out. Right to a guy. Desharnais is going to flip that puck in onto David Riddick, who's going to steer it into the corner. Jordan Spence tries to go cross ice. Puck is in the corner. Dubois, shot, deflected in front. Saved by Skinner. Holloway dumps it into the King zone. Englund sends it up. Foot race. And that's going to be icing on the Kings. Grundstrom nearly took a penalty there as he tried to get past Holloway. All right, puck dumped back into the Oilers zone. Ekholm behind the net. He's going to skate it out. Passes it over to Bouchard. Bouchard dumps it into the King zone. Mikey Anderson gets it up. The Kings can't quite clear the zone. Puck is still in their zone. Doughty. Now it gets off, but he hit the official skate with that puck, so it bounces right back in. Anderson tries to find Byfield. Byfield tried to pass, but it's picked up by McDavid. McDavid shot blocked in front. Doughty takes a hit, gets the puck up. Kempe can't get the puck out. And the Kings and Oilers players collide. Anderson shot, saved by Skinner, and he gets the rebound though. It was shot off the mask of Stuart Skinner, dropped right in front of him, and he covers it immediately. Good play from Stuart Skinner. Hyman and Kempe Byfield to Anderson. Yeah, Anderson shot it right off the chest of Stuart Skinner and dropped right in front of him, but he was able to cover it up. Roy. Anderson, Roy. Puck. Oh, Skinner dove on that one. Man, the Oilers were lucky there. Nurse. Can't get the puck past Victor Arvidsson. Arvidsson down low for Fiala. Shot. Puck of right. Where's the puck? Puck in the corner. Oh, God. LA's really pushing here, and I don't like this. Like I said, Edmonton needs to get another one here. Draisaitl tries to send it out in front to Nuge, but he had his stick tied up. But Kane collides with Roy. And that's going to be icing. No, it is not. Nuge up to McLeod. McLeod across to Nurse. She's going to dump it in. Puck hops over the stick of David Riddick. McLeod goes in on the forecheck. Fiala across to a guy. Sends it in. Shot. Oh, that was good. Skinner got the pad on it, and he had two Oilers in the slot to pick up that puck. That was well done by the Oilers. Again, defensively, the Oilers have been all right. A few things here and there where the Kings are able to get good shots. Yeah, that's true. They are starting to open it up a little bit more. All right, Spence. I sent out a tweet earlier today chirping the Canucks that they can't win a game getting 12 shots on net. Well, Edmonton's currently leading 1-0, and they only have 10. So, leave it to the Oilers to prove my point right. Hyman, behind the net. Tries to stuff it out in front, well defended by the Kings. Grundstrom tries to pass it to Laferriere. Oh, that's a bad hit. That is a bad hit. Hyman got dumped. I hope he's okay. Hyman better be okay. Henrique behind the net. Picked up by Doughty. Doughty. I don't like that hit. Oilers have one shot on goal in this period. Puck is going to roll in on Skinner, who's going to cover it up. We might get our first commercial break here. Hyman is getting looked at off the bench by TD4s, but it looks like he's going to be fine. He's just shaking his head. He's probably not happy with what happened there. Let's take a look at this hit. Oh, they're just going to show a replay of what happened. Oh, he had a chance to stuff that in on the wraparound. We got our first commercial break of the period. But yeah, Orange, you're right. Edmonton's kind of, it's not even that Edmonton's opening it up too much. They're just allowing LA way too much to come in. Edmonton is barely doing anything in LA zone. Like, it took a power play for them to get any sort of sustained offensive pressure for any more than a few seconds. So, I mean, I'm glad they scored on it, but like, they need to start really, really taking it to LA that we know they can. Like, this has been LA's best game of the series, bar none, and they're losing. And you know it's only a matter of time before they get one here. How did this? Oh, it hit. So this was earlier in the period. Skinner. Oh, thank God Nurse was there. Hyman nearly got a wraparound. And then let's see the hit here. Oh, so Anderson just bowled him over. All right. Face off to the left to Stuart Skinner. 13:52 left in the third period. I mean, faceoffs are even. LA has won 18 out of 35 faceoffs. So, and they won that one there as a Byfield with a shot off the faceoff circle, and Skinner was right there. Kane with a wraparound attempt, but David Riddick has got that puck. All right. Shot or face off to the right of David Riddick. Puck behind the net, Victor Arvidsson. Well, the good news is that Edmonton will be going home for Game 5. They'll be on home ice. They'll be able to feed off the crowd. Hopefully, they'll give us a better start than what they had today. And I'm not saying that their game has been bad. If anything, I think that they've been playing this pretty well. It's just I would like them to get more offensive zone pressure. I mean, they only have 11 shots through 43 minutes of play. Oh, shot. Arvidsson shot with the glove save by Stuart Skinner. What an absolute rocket from Stu. Oh, you just like, yeah, just like, oh, that's a nice shot you got there, Arvidsson. Too bad it would be a shame if someone were to take it away from you. Yeah. Anderson or whoever was that in front of Skinner, though, he went too far because Skinner saw it all the way. He should have stayed in front of Skinner to take that take Skinner's eyes away. So that was a bad play by whoever was in front of Skinner on that. Byfield to Doughty. Doughty up to a guy who passes it back to Byfield. Quinton Byfield skating in. Shot. Missed the net. McDavid interfered with there. That might be a penalty. No, it's not going to be a penalty. Damn, that should have been a penalty, though. Doughty. Anderson. Anderson misses the puck. Connor. Fiala nudges him off the puck. That's not good. But the LA Kings have dumped it out, and this is going to be an icing call against the Kings. All right. 12:06. Fogle behind the net. Perry stapled against the boards, so he can't get that puck. Doughty. Over to Pierre-Luc Dubois. Shot by Fiala into Stannard, who makes the save. And what we got? Penalty? No penalty, but potential hand pass by Edmonton. Shots are 30-11 for the Kings. So they have been doing everything they can to get a goal here. Need more pressure from Edmonton. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Desharnais has it in his skates, but he can't clear the zone. Arvidsson tries to send it back door, but the Oilers are there defensively to break up that chance. Arvidsson never really had the ability to get a clean shot on it. It was kind of in his skates, and he did try to send it back to Trevor Moore, but the Oilers were there defensively to break up that pass. So another good defensive play by Edmonton there. Spence sends it down low. Trevor Moore. Kulak and Danov battling in front of the net. As my stream is going all nuts here. Trevor Moore, shot, saved by Skinner. Where's the puck? Holy crap. LA's got... And it sounds like the Oilers are getting a penalty on the play. So the LA Kings with the opportunity to tie it on the power play. So Brett Kulak is in the box. So the LA Kings are of a 2-minute power play. For on a power play that is 0 for 10 going into this game, if they ever needed a power play goal, now would be the time. Will Farrell is in the building too. The towels are out. The Kings fans are liking it. High sticking penalty for Brett Kulak. Oilers get the faceoff win, but can't get it out of the zone. Drew Doughty down to Fiala. Fiala up top. Fiala back to Doughty. Doughty. Cross for Arvidsson. Victor Arvidsson. Over to Doughty. Almost mishandles the puck, but he gets to Kempe. Adrian Kempe down low for Kopitar. Kopitar back up top for Doughty. Doughty. Arvidsson. Shot. Blocked in front by Vincent Desharnais. Kempe. Tries to send it to the slot. And the Oilers might have a 2-on-1 here. But Arvidsson's going to get back defensively. He's going to be a 2-on-2. But Nuge passes it over to a guy who shoots it wide. Fiala. Kempe. Kopitar. Sends it across ice. Nurse is going to get there first, but he can't win the puck battle. Doughty. Deflected, and the Oilers are going to clear it right out of the King zone, or right out of the zone. 59 seconds left on the power play. Shots are 32-11 11 in favor of the Kings. 10 minutes left in the third period. 50 seconds left on the power play. The Kings need to score on this power play in order to get back into this game. Doughty at the blue line. Sends it down low for Danault. Danault pressured by Janmark. But he sends it back to Doughty. Doughty is going to go in for a skate. Behind the net. Sends it around. Arvidsson to Dubois. Back for Doughty. And Nurse is going to take it and clear it, and the Kings cannot hold the zone. They send it back into the Oilers zone, but it would have been offside. Desharnais off the boards and out. 13 seconds left in the power play for the Kings. Danault tries to find Byfield, but it's going to be offside. Yeah, I agree. The face-offs are taking way too long. Way too long. I hate, and it's not even that they're taking too long; it's that they're constantly throwing guys out. All right, 6 seconds left on the power play. 9:16 left in the third. I'm getting a little excited here. 2-1 power play for the Kings is over. And Kulak's going to step out of the box and have a chance on the thing here, but he does the smart play, just drops into the Kings zone, goes for a change. Matt Roy behind the Kings net, sends it over to a guy, passes it over to Byfield. Here goes Quinton Byfield. He's going to cross the red line. He's got Blake Lizotte with him. He can't get past the Oilers defense, and here come the Oilers. Evan Bouchard over to Matthias Ekholm. Sorry, that's Draisaitl. My apologies. Draisaitl is going to be playing with McDavid, as they usually do after a penalty kill. Lizotte. So the Kings power play is now 0 for 11. Oh, God. Bouchard. Behind the Oilers net. Directing traffic. He's got CC, Nuge, and Henrique with him. Passes it over to Nuge. Nuge tries to find Henrique, but it's intercepted by Arvidsson, but he can't get past Darnell Nurse. That was well defended by Darnell Nurse. CC. Or sorry, no, that's Kane there, I think. Nuge finds Nurse. Nurse over to Henrique. Henrique puts the puck in behind the Kings net. 7:46 left in the third period. I know the Oilers are leading, but this feels like overtime right now. You know what? This is one of those games where next goal wins. I feel like this is one of those games. Edmonton's leading, but whoever scores the next goal, I think is going to win this game. Trevor Moore gets past Brett Kulak, but Kulak does well defending him and putting him into an area he can't put the puck in. And Blake or Laferriere bobbles the puck. Corey Perry is going to dump it into the Oilers zone. Dave Riddick is going to send it around the Oilers net. The Kings are just going to dump it into the zone. Skinner stops it behind the Oilers net. Ekholm is going to send it around. Good forecheck by the Kings, though. Can't get the puck out of the Oilers zone. Laferriere, but Laferriere can't get it past Ekholm. Off the boards and out. Dylan Holloway on the forecheck. And this is going to be icing against the Oilers with 6:46 left in the third period. Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. 12-2 are the shots are 12-2 in this period for LA. Fiala. I mean, this will be a heartbreaking loss for them if they can't. Oh boy. Shot from a guy missed the net or is saved by Skinner. Doughty. Shot from Fiala missed the net. What was I saying? I was gonna say something and I was interrupted by that chance. Fiala over to Doughty. Doughty shot. What a save by Stuart Skinner. Oh my goodness. He got over just in time with absolute robbery. McDavid finds Hyman. Hyman one-on-one with Kempe. Hyman. Kempe rides him into the boards. He wins that. He kills some time here. Nuge. Watch that stick, guys. Yeah, I was going to say, this will be absolutely heart-wrenching for the Kings if they don't win this game. They've been the better team through the entire game. Oh, yeah, Skinner should get first star. Kane flips it out. Won't be enough for icing. Buffield. All right. Gavrikov. Shot from the point, missed the net or blocked in front. Lazat knocks down a puck at center ice. McLeod goes in on support. Oh, come on. You got to be you can't. Something happened. My screen went black and now they're showing me replays. Like, what happened? I got nothing for you guys. I don't know. Something happened. My screen went black and then they're showing me replays. So I don't know what happened. I guess Kings got a shot and Skinner held the puck. Oilers win the faceoff. Desharnais is going to send it up to McDavid. McDavid's going to send it down low for Hyman, but the Kings are going to get there first. Fiala. McDavid. Shot. Saved by David Riddick. 4:15 left in the third period. The LA Kings are going to be pushing hard than they ever did before. And as I say that, they iced the puck. 4:11 left in the third period. McDavid wins the faceoff. Shot goes into the corner. I hope my mic hasn't been off for this entire time. Hold on. That would be embarrassing if it was. All right. 3:20 left. All right, thanks. Yeah, I know. I looked at the replay. When I was doing this, I actually tapped it off. All right, 3:06 left. Riddick is still in the net, but he might be leaving here soon. Bad defensive play by the Kings. McLeod sends it down low for Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan in the corner. McDavid. What kind of line is this? McDavid, Derek Ryan, and Ryan McLeod. Ekholm battling against Kempe. 2:30 left. They might be pulling Rittich soon here. I don't know why they haven't yet. Kopitar sends it in. Stuart Skinner stops behind the net. Adam Henrique. Draisaitl goes there for support. The Kings get it out. Fiala over to Kopitar. No, sorry, that's Doughty. Doughty back for Fiala. Fiala sends it up. Nurse is going to off the boards and out. Puck is going to bounce down to Drew Doughty. 2 minutes left. Are the Kings going to pull David Riddick? Doughty can't get past McDavid. McDavid working against Trevor Moore. McDavid's going to send it around. Continue to kill time here. That might be high sticking, but it's not going to be anymore because the King touched it. McDavid just sends it into the Kings zone. The Kings can't pull Riddick right now. But I think Riddick is getting started here. He's already halfway up the crease. Now he has to go back. All right, now he is. So David Riddick is leaving the net. The Kings have pulled their goalie with minute 30 left. And is that icing on Edmonton or icing on LA? Might be icing on Edmonton. Stuart Skinner, we're going to get some highlights. He has absolutely deserved it. Yeah. You know what? I'll say this. Game 1, he had 2 fluky goals go up against him. Game 2 wasn't his best game. Let in some goals that you would like him to make saves on. The games 3 and 4, he's been solid. Absolutely solid. And the LA Kings are taking their time out with 81 seconds left in the game. Oh boy. Come on, boys. This is, like I said, you know what? I've said it. This, even though Edmonton's leading 1-0, this feels like overtime, but these are the kind of games Edmonton's win. Why did we have Ice Crew coming out? What's going on here? They're clearing up some snow. All right. Minute 21 left. 81 seconds. Draisaitl. Are you drop it already? Draisaitl versus Kopitar. Important face-off for Edmonton. Kopitar wins it. Fiala. Pierre-Luc Dubois tries to send it down low for Arvidsson, but it hops over his stick, goes behind the net. Ekholm off the boards. Puck is not out. Now it's out. 60 seconds to go. Puck is cleared by Edmonton. Is not going to hit the net. Drew Doughty's going to get there. He falls. Drew Doughty falls. But he's got support from Fiala. Fiala. Desharnais slaps it. Can't get it past Kopitar, though. McDavid, Nuge, Desharnais, Ekholm, and Ryan. Literally everyone who's better on who's best defensively. 30 seconds left in the period, which means you should be getting a notification anytime now. Oilers cleared out. 16 seconds left. 13, 12, 11. Shot from the point. Missed the net. Stuart Skinner is going to hold on to that puck. 8 seconds left. Eight seconds left. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Six, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Oilers win game 4. What a win. What a win from this team. Completely outplayed the entire game, but they played that solid, calm game that we saw in a 16-game winning streak that just allowed them to weather anything that was thrown at them. And in a critical game 4 that I mentioned early on in this live stream, that no team, neither Edmonton nor LA, was able to grab a hold of a 3-1 series lead. The Edmonton Oilers play a solid defensive game, get excellent goaltending from Stuart Skinner, and they have taken a 3-1 series lead. They have put the Kings on the brink of elimination. What an absolutely incredible game from this team. The defensive play was solid. And you know what? I understand the Kings fired almost 40 shots on Skinner. I get that. But at no point did their shots feel particularly dangerous for a good chunk of this game. A few scary moments here and there, a few dangerous chances, but for the most part, the Oilers were able to clear out any rebounds that happened. They were able to block shots and get sticks in lanes. And of course, you need a game where you need to capitalize on your opportunities. And the Edmonton Oilers got one opportunity. They had one thing in this game that went right for them, and they capitalized on that opportunity. A fantastic win for this team. They now go up 3-1 against the LA Kings, and they are one win away from the second round. And I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, it's true. He did. And I have to say, if you're a Kings fan, this is, and I was saying this early on in the third, this is probably the most gut-wrenching playoff loss in recent history. You completely outplay the opposition and you get goalied to oblivion. But you know what? This really goes to show how this new system that the defensive system that Knobloch has been preaching since he came here, and the Oilers, with their best defensive game of the series so far, results in a 1-0 victory, and they are now one win away from round 2. And with that being said, I got to get up for work in 4 hours, so I'm going to end the stream here. I am going to go to bed, and I'm going to have sweet, pleasant dreams tonight, because the Edmonton Oilers win Game 4 1-0 and take a 3-1 series lead. I'm telling you guys, that Game 2, Oilers win that game. This is a sweep. And we'll see what happens in Game 5 on, I believe it's Tuesday night is the next one. Let me see here. See if I can find it. Let's see if I can find the schedule here. Scoreboard. I believe it's Tuesday. Nope, Wednesday. So Game 5 is Wednesday. The time for that game is to be determined. So I won't know when the game is coming on. I'm assuming it's going to be around 9 o'clock my time, because that's when the last 2 games were, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Oilers take Game 4 1-0, take a 3-1 series lead. They are now 1 win away from round 2, where they're probably going to face the Vancouver Canucks. And if that happens, yeah, playoffs are done. They're not going to win that series. So I'll enjoy this while it lasts. But for now, I want to thank every one of you, Mac, Orange, Ron, Rodolfo, Ron, for coming out and watching the stream and chatting with me. I really appreciate any viewership I get. These are just I do for fun. I'm not looking to build a show eventually, but I just do these for fun. And for right now, this is something I enjoy doing, and I really like it when people interact with me. So I thank you guys all for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. And I will see you guys on Wednesday, probably around 9 o'clock, as the Edmonton Oilers look to beat the LA Kings and move on to the second round of the playoffs. Until then, guys, thank you so much. I will see you guys later. Oilers take game 4, 1-0, and take a 3-1 series lead. Bye, guys. Have a good night.